What is up, boys and girls? We have a jewelry cabinet that I'm working on right now. I already took it apart, took all the hardware off. We got some stuff going on here, there. So right now what I'm going to do is use some of this steel wool. I'm going to kind of wet sand it, get all that dirt off, get it ready for the paint. I'm probably going to remove that. We're painting over all this. I'm just getting it ready to go for the paint. Got all the hardware off. I spray painted all the hardware off. Easy way to spray paint some screws is you actually push them into some cardboard and you just spray paint the card just like that. I spray painted all the hardware, so it's always good to replace your box that you spray paint with, because eventually it does get all dusty from all the spray paint that you've been doing. But it's definitely, I'm using soap water right now to kind of clean this whole thing off and get it ready for paint. And I'm going to be doing a gray color with the white, so it kind of blends together. Got this satin ultra color, so that's the color combination I'm going for. It should look pretty dang good, so we'll see how it turns out once I get everything remounted and put together. I sold the bench and the lamps and the bench, or the desk thing that I did. I sold that $40. Cost me $6 to do. $40 sold. Boom, $36 profit. So you can make money off of this. It just takes a little time and it's a little fun. So let me get this all sanded down and then I'll move on to the next step. Alright, so we got this leg here. It's a little wobbly. So I'm going to go ahead and repair it. Most of the stuff, I could have, if I had brackets, I would just, cinch up the brackets a little bit more. But since it has screws, I'm just going to tighten these up. That's tight. We're just going to tighten all these up. Don't want to go too tight. We don't want to strip out the wood. But we want to make sure everything's nice and tight. You're going to have to do this on a lot of old furniture, because you just want to make sure that it's good to go. Because a lot of it could be loose and wobbly, but it probably just needs a little bit of a tightening. There we go. Now it's all good. Finish sanding the bottom of this, and then wipe it down one more time, get it ready for paint, and we're good to go. Sweet. Alright, boys and girls, so I sanded everything down, sanded the door and the top drawer. This is why I like these steel wool so much. So you can see how deep these etchings are, but with the steel wool I made it to where it's just smooth as butter. It's just right on top, and you don't see any of those sanding lines at all. So no sanding lines whatsoever, no grooves, no nothing, and it made it smooth. So that'll come out on the paint really well. So right now we're just gonna kind of wipe down this whole thing. Wipe this down, because we're trying to get rid of all that sanding mark. And what I'm going to do is go back over it with some steel, with some of the microfiber cloth to make sure that I got any dust. Because you can see how well it sanded. It sanded really good. And it'll come out nice and smooth. That's what I love. You can start with 000 and then move up to 000. It just works great. It's great. I found out how well it works from doing my motor vehicles. Just having it done on my motor vehicles, it works fantastic. So it's definitely something I highly recommend when you're doing any sanding project. Just do steel wool. It works 1,000 times better. You're not going to have these deep set lines. And then as you see it dries, I'm going to just come back with that microfiber cloth and clean all that up. I just want to make sure I'm making sure the surface is as clean as possible. And you can add, like I've said before, you can add some isopropyl alcohol to the water, and that'll definitely expedite the drying process. So I'll wipe all this down, and then we can start painting, masking and painting. Alright, sweet. So I mixed my paint. What I did is I did a test spot just to see what it would look like if I painted this material. It looks like I'm just gonna end up doing that. So I think it'll come out fine. Oh yeah, that came out fine because this material looks like garbage. It's like completely torn up. So I'm just gonna end up painting it. But first, we're gonna paint this bad boy. So I got my spray paint all mixed up. My thing. I'm gonna pop this on here. Alright. Time to go at it. Low spots first because that's going to be the hardest to paint. So right here. And I loved using this Rust-Oleum because it does a fantastic job at even coat, which is definitely difficult to do when you're spray painting. And it feels like at almost any angle I can get a pretty even coat. Alright, it's looking good. Nice. Alright. Keep the top here. Here we got moved around. Now let's say you don't have to be super far away, but you want to kind of spritz it because you don't want the runs. The runs is bad. The runs can happen at any time. It actually does help to do this during the day. Now look at that, looking pretty. Sweet. Ooh. Nice. For some reason it was really sticky over there. Sweet, so we got that. So now it's just letting that dry. I feel like I can get most of this once I stand it up, but I'm gonna wait for that to dry and possibly move on to something else to paint. Probably this right here. Got all these drawers in the way, so I'll set this up. I decided not to paint that other thing. I figured it'd be better to finish doing the legs on this. Doing the bottom half first. It's like I said, really hard to get the bottom. There's even some parts of this leg I missed. So I'm going to just paint each one of these individually, and then I'll click it on when I find something difficult, and I'll show you all how I do it. Well, there you have it, gang. It's all painted. Looks beautiful. Looks really good. Now I just gotta start with all the other pieces. From that to that. Looking amazing. It'll match that hardware perfectly, so time to get it done. Now I'm starting on the lid. I did the door. Came out looking pretty dang good. Now doing the lid. Now the other side of this has glass that has that mirror on it, which I'm probably going to put Vaseline on it. And that'll take care of making sure that doesn't have any discoloration. I've already gone through 1 can of paint. So it's pretty crazy how much paint you go through. But I mean, 1 can of paint did quite a bit. So I'm really happy about that. Are you serious? Yeah, sometimes paint definitely wants to stick to you because it dries quick. Here we are. I'm going to do a little bit of this drawer to see what happens. Looking a lot better because this drawer looked horrible. It's really hard to see it. There we go. Which I'm going to pick up the rest of this at night. I mean, in the morning. I just want to get some of this done. There you go, and that looks way better than it did. It's definitely freshening these things up. It's looking good. It looks really nice. It looks really good. I like the way it looks. Definitely looking fresh. It's nice. That's the color I want. And this Rust-Oleum does a great job at doing it. So definitely pick up some of that. I'll pick up this back up in the morning. See if we can focus on that. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, boys and girls, I got it all painted up. I gotta just reattach most of this hardware. As you can see the hardware over here. It's looking real good. I can't wait to get this all pieced back together, put back together. Should be good to go. But I do want to show you something. I painted this lid with the mirror. Let's see if we can get it to focus. And so I'm going to show you how to make the mirror look like this. From this to this. And so what I did is I got my steel wool. Quadruple zero. Make sure it's quadruple zero. I dipped it in my soap water. And then you're going to just take it and you're going to just... And this is, you can use Vaseline, you can use a razor blade, but I figured since I got tons of this 000 steel wool, I'm just going to go ahead and do the steel wool. I'm going to see if I can make a little design with it too. I'm just going to lightly etch. See if I can frame this out. And you want to make sure that you have some water, so that way you can allow that surface you need a cohesion between the surface. You need it to flow smoothly, and so that's what that soap water does. Allow it to flow smoothly. I'm gonna try and see if I can make a border. See how that looks. Kind of bordering it out. Give it that little bit more of a rustic look. Alright. Go ahead and wipe this off. Some microfiber cloth. Look at that. Looks like gold, like gold. That looks real good. It kind of blends really good. Should I keep it like this? I don't know. I think I'm gonna let this whole thing, just get this whole thing done. I think that'll look a lot better than having this framed. Maybe a little bit around the edges, but yeah, I definitely think. I don't know. Let's ask the wife, see what she says. I'll let you know what it looks like afterwards. Oh, and a quick, easy trick to kind of get this all painted. What I did is I painted the insides and the sides and the tops, bottoms, left, right, and then I stacked them on each other like so in order to paint the bottoms all at the same time and let it dry, and it worked out really good. So alright, can't wait to put it back together. Alright, so we decided on doing a mirror. I got it all cleaned up. It looks fabulous. I just gotta clean it up a little bit more and do some like Windex or something. But it looks fantastic. So now we just gotta piece this whole thing back together and we're good to go. We are set. Now the hard part. Putting this whole thing back together. Oh man. I'll let you know what it looks like when I'm done. Alright, boys and girls. Beautiful day. But it's all done. Look at that. Looking nice. Lovely. Go ahead and open it up. Show you all what we're working with here. Look at that. It's beautiful. And that's how you do it. Like and subscribe. That 210 came out perfect. Got the white with that color. It looks beautiful. Absolutely perfect. Nice. Thanks for watching.